Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this dress. This dress fits a 0 to 6 month old baby depending on what hook size you use. If you use a 2.25mm crochet hook, it'll fit a 0 to 3 month old baby. If you use a 3.75mm crochet hook, then it'll fit a 6 month old baby. Now that that's all out of the way, let's begin. First we're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 90 with our 2.25mm crochet hook. Once you have chain 90, you're going to slip stitch into your second chain from your hook. Then you're going to chain 3. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now you're going to do 9 more double crochets. So you're going to do 9 plus the chain 3 for a total of 10 double crochets. Once you've done your double crochets, you're going to do your corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you're going to do your corner. To do your corner, you're going to first do 2 double crochets into the very next stitch. So 2 double crochets together. And then you're going to chain 2. And then in the next stitch, you're going to do 2 more double crochets. You've just made your corner. And now you're going to do 20 double crochets. Once you've done your 20 double crochets, you're going to make another corner. Once again, into the very next stitch, you're going to do 2 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to do 2 more double crochets into the next stitch. Excuse me. Once you're done with the corner, you're going to do 20 more double crochets. Once you're done with your 20, you're going to once again make another corner. You're going to do 2 double crochets into the next stitch, chain 2, and then do 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And now you're going to once again do 20 double crochets. Once you're done with your 20, we're going to make one more corner. So do 2 double crochets into the next stitch, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in the next. And now you have 10 chains left. You're going to do 10 double crochets in each of those chains. You should have 1 chain left over. So you've done your 10 double crochets, you should have 1 chain left over. You can leave that alone. This is how it should look like so far. Now for round 2, excuse me, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and you're not going to be working into that first stitch, because your chain 3 counts as a double crochet. You're going to be double crocheting all the way up till you get to your chain 2 space. All the way up till you get there. Excuse me. Once you get up to your chain 2 space, you're going to do 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space, chain 2, and then do 2 more double crochets into that same 2 chain area. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to the very next chain 2 space. Once you get to your next chain 2 space, you're going to once again do 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space. Chain 2, and then do 2 more double crochets. Now you're going to double crochet in each stitch until you get to your very next 2 chain space. And into that 2 chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets. So once you get to your 2 chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then do 2 more double crochets. And now you're going to do a double crochet in each stitch until you get to your next 2 chain space. And once again, into that 2 chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to the very end. At the very end, don't forget to do a double crochet into your chain 3 space, because your chain 3 space does count as a double crochet. And now for round 3, you're going to do 2 chains, or 3 chains, excuse me. Then you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to your chain 2 space. Once you get to your chain 2 space, you should do 2 double crochets into that space, chain 2, and then do 2 more double crochets into that same space. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet until you get to your very next chain 2 space. You're going to continue doing this pattern of chaining in each stitch, and once you get to your chain 2 space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets until you get to the very end. Once you get to the very end, you're going to once again do a double crochet into your chain 3 space, because it does count as a double crochet. And now we're on to round 4, which is going to be slightly different. So you're going to first do a double crochet in each stitch until you get to your chain 2 space. Once you get to your chain 2 space, you're going to do 1 double crochet into that space, only 1. And then you're going to do 3 chains. Make sure your chains are loose because we will be working in them later. And now you're going to find your next chain 2 space, and you're not going to fold it forward like this. You're going to fold it backwards, like so. And then you're going to do 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space. So let me show you again. We're right here, and we're going to fold it like so. And we're going to do a double crochet into that next chain 2 space. And now we're just going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to your very next chain 2 space. Once you get to your very next chain 2 space, you're going to once again do 1 double crochet into it. So let me show you. This chain 3 space is behind it, so the other side is also going to be behind it. Make sure you fold it the correct way or else your dress is going to come out all weird. So fold it behind. Don't forget to do 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space. Then you're going to do 3 loose chains, 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to fold your work, turn it, and do 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet until you get to your very end. Once you get to the end, once again double crochet into your chain 3 space, and then chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now you turn your work. Actually, excuse me, don't chain 3 just yet. Now we're going to connect both ends together. To connect both ends, you're going to fold it like so, and you're going to find the chain 3 space on the opposite side. So the chain 3 space that's on the opposite side, and slip stitch. Once you slip stitch, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and do 1 double crochet until you get to your chain 3 space. Once you get to your chain 3 space, you're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the chains. So you should have 3 double crochets. Once that's done, you're going to do 1 double crochet until you get to the very next chain 3 space. And into the next chain 3 space, you're going to once again do 1 double crochet in each of the chains for a total of 3. And now you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch until you get to the very end. Once you get to the very end, you're going to slip stitch into your 3rd chain from your hook. And then you're going to chain 3 and then turn your work. You're always going to be chaining 3 and turning your work. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. This is how it looks like so far. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around all the way around for a total of 5 rounds. At the end of each round, you're going to slip stitch into your 3rd chain from your hook, chain 3, and turn your work around. So you're going to continue doing double crochets all the way around for a total of 5 rounds. And I'll meet you at the end. For this video, I will be adding a different color round, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I will be showing you how to change colors. I'm here at the end and I'm almost done with my 5th round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my color. Once again, you don't have to if you don't want to. So how I like to change my color is I'm going to do my last double crochet, and I'm not going to finish it off. I'm going to cut an inch of my yarn, and then I'm going to undo a little bit of it. And now I'm going to grab my other color, and now I'm going to tie them both together. So for this one I have gray and pink. I'm going to get my pink yarn and wrap it around my gray yarn and tie it. Make sure to tie it tightly. Now I'm going to grab my gray yarn and tie it around my pink yarn, like so. Once you have them both tight, you can pull on both ends to secure the knots together. And now you can cut both of the strands of yarn off because you don't need to. You can cut it really close to the knot because it will not undo itself, as long as you tie it tightly. And now you have your change of color. Now I'm just going to finish off my last round. Slip stitch into my very first chain, and then I'm going to chain 3. Now I'm going to turn my work and do 1 round in my pink yarn. At the very end, I've already changed my color back to my gray, and now I'm just going to slip stitch into my third chain from my hook, and now I'm going to change my hook size to a 3.75mm crochet hook. You don't have to if you don't want to, you can use the same hook, but for this video I'm going to use a bigger hook. So I'm going to chain 3, turn my work around, and into that same place where I slip stitched, I'm going to do another double crochet. And in each stitch around, I'm going to be doing 2 double crochets. So let's say you have 50 stitches, at the end you should have 100. If you want to use the same 2.25mm crochet hook, then I suggest you do 3 chains in one stitch, 2 in the next, 3 in the next, 2 in the next. But if you're using a 3.75mm crochet hook, then you can do just 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Once again, if you're using the same 2.25mm crochet hook, then you can do a repeat of 2 stitches together and then 3 stitches together. At the very end, you're going to do 2 double crochets into the last stitch if you're using your 3.75mm crochet hook, and then slip stitch into your into your third chain from your hook. Now what you're going to be doing for the next 12 rounds is you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So you're going to be doing 1 stitch in each stitch around for 12 more rounds. At the end of every round, you have to chain 3 and turn your work. Once you get to the very end, you're going to just do 1 more double crochet and slip stitch into your third chain from your hook. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and pull your yarn through. And now you can use a darning needle if you want to, but for this video I'm just going to be using my hook. You're going to use your hook to weave in the excess yarn that you have. Once you're done weaving it in, you can just snip off the rest. and now you have your dress. Now we're going to be adding the buttons. So I have a tiny little button and my little sewing needle, and you're just going to sew it at the top corner. Once you're done sewing it together, you're going to, you can tuck that yarn in if you'd like. You're going to just button it up from the opposite side. And there you have your dress. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you would like to see more, please comment down below what you would like to see next. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!